She's here, ladies and gentlemen. She's here. Samantha is here.
I thought that voice sounded familiar.
Kim Cattrell joins us on Sway in the Morning on Shade 4-5. Welcome to our show.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. A lot of our listeners are long-term fans, and I'm sure at this point it doesn't surprise you how many people have been fans. I mean, across the board. Sex and the City just, crossed all the geographical boundaries, ethnic boundaries, generational boundaries. It appealed to so many walks of life. I mean,
changed my life.
It changed Debbie Dale's life.
Changed my life too.
Do you ever still get surprised at how people? Because you seem very humble. Do you ever get surprised on how people react to your presence?
I really do, because I think for us inside of it. It was really difficult we knew what we were doing was sort of different and groundbreaking in certain ways because we'd never seen it before, but we didn't, because we were inside of it, we didn't get the sort of effect of it the same way.
Yeah.
Because, when you're performing, you're doing something, it's almost like in a bubble in the sense of you're working with the writers, you're working with the other actors, and it's not like live theater or live event where you get that kind of response.
Yeah.
Right.
It kind of reverberates in a silent way, but it's in people's consciousness, these kind of characters and these storylines, which were so fresh and new. Mm-hmm. And so when we do go out to PR tours with the movies especially, we got this amazing influx of love and appreciation and just really kind of women reaching out, as you said so eloquently, from different stages of their life, just really reaching forward and saying, yes, give us a voice, let us laugh with this, let us enjoy it. It was quite an incredible time.
I feel like your character, and that's a beautiful, I'm so happy for you guys, because I was a fan. Men weren't supposed to watch Sex and the City.
No, you kidding me? It was for men.
Yeah. It gave you info you needed badly.
And education.
Yes. It did, girls. All right,
so pay attention.
Okay. And Samantha's character, I think, just kind of liberated women in a way that the other ones, everybody's character did something different for women. But I had a lot of discussions with girls that I might have gone out with that reminded me of scenes.
Might have gone out with you.
From Sex in the City. But Samantha brought out that inner freak in girls, too.
Right.
It made it okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Made it okay to want to be single. I think a lot of, I always say that I made the decisions of Carrie, but I had the soul of Samantha. When I was watching the show.
That's the best combination.
Because it made, you made women feel empowered. Like, it's okay that I want to go out and date and not necessarily be like, I need a boyfriend,
I think what it really changed for women is, and for men too, and for the world to really latch on to this message, which is you can have girlfriends as family. And you need that support group in the world that we live in as women because it's so complicated. And the question is always, can you have it all? Can you have a relationship? Can you have a marriage? Can you have a career and children on top of it and have time for yourself? Mm-hmm. And that really was a huge leap because when I grew up watching Mary Tyler Moore, I saw for the first time, as a teenager, a woman who wasn't just wanting to get married. Mm-hmm. She wanted to have her life before she did that. And really express herself in her work. And then she was actively dating and everything else. But before that, it was just women in relationships and how that affected the man. Mm-hmm. So then the next incarnation was sort of Murphy Brown, really.
Murphy Brown, I remember that. Yeah.
Where she was like a woman who had a job but also wanted a family and became a single mother and what that was about. And then the next step, I think, naturally was Sex and the City, about women wanting a relationship but also wanting a career and friends and lives of their own, and mixing that up with messages about how women talk about sex, how women relate to men, and really doing it with comedy, which I think is, especially in our society, sex is really scary for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And you need to laugh about it, you need to access it through humor and intelligence, and I think that's what the writers on the show did in spades.
Okay, so
you
just broke that down, man. My gosh, can you hang out, Kim Cattrell?
You know what I loved about Samantha the most? She would have these, incredible scenes where she would just seduce a man and then dismiss him. All right, well, that was fun, honey.
That's what you love the most.
Yes.
All right, we're going to come back. Kim Cattrell is hanging with us. She got a new project. It's called Private Lives on Broadway. We're going to talk about that as well and answer any of your questions. 888-SHADE-45. I know we got a lot of Sex and the City fans out there, too. Sway in the Morning.